up, y'all? It's your girl JJ and I'm back with another video. I'm coming at y'all with another story time, but before we jump into the story time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my other social media platforms. I will leave everything in the box below. Also, I did create an Instagram for Jay's Cosmetics, so y'all shop the lip kits. That is a tongue twister. Shop the lip kits and also follow my business page. I really don't know what I'm going to title this video, but I'm gonna just tell y'all how I had to cut this man off, because this was a grown man. I had to cut him off, y'all. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, y'all. It really don't matter when this story take place, but I do have receipts. I may add the receipts in this video, I may not. It really depends on how I'm feeling, because y'all, when I be editing, I be getting irritated. So it depends on how I'm feeling. Also, this might be a two-part, just two parts, maybe, depending on how much I can fit in one. One day I'm sitting on the phone with my sister and we just be talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm also scrolling on Twitter. I come across this little page where they're just posting vacation stuff, like just bae stuff, kissing couples and stuff like that, right? So I'm just looking and I'm like, I told my sister, oh my god, like I want a man. I want to be in a relationship again. Like, it's been 2 years. I want a man. So, of course, my sister always tell me the same thing. Well, one is not about to just show up on your doorstep. Like, nobody's about to just deliver one. You got to go out and at least go venture out and find somebody. Not necessarily find somebody, but, like, you have to leave your house in order to get someone, basically. So I'm listening to her and I'm just like, yeah. Because, y'all, I do that all the time. And I'll be like, no, I'm going to get one delivered. It's going to be the UPS man. I always say that. It's so funny, but, yeah. So she just like, girl. So I want to say, I think this was the same time where my sister put on Twitter that she was gonna sign me up for like a dating site or something. I think it was around that time. It probably was after, I don't know, but I don't know. I was just scrolling on Facebook. I got off Twitter and I got on Facebook, and then I saw an ad for this dating site. I knew about the dating site. So I don't know, something just told me sign up for this dating site and see what happens. So I do just that, y'all. I sign up, I upload my pictures, and I swear within like an hour my little page was booming. I'm not gonna hold you. So I'm just getting all type of people. Some people it's just like you could have never thought, but like some of them are just like okay. After like, I want to say a few hours, I ended up matching with this guy. And in this story time, I want to just keep his name because I'm gonna just keep his name. Anyways, his name was Jay. So obviously that's not his real name. This was a nickname, but yeah. So I matched with him, right? Instantly match. He sends me a message. Typical, hey beautiful, how you doing? I ended up responding. I'm just like, oh, I'm doing well, how are you? And we just kind of like started chopping it up from then. I'm telling my sister like, oh girl, yeah, this one is cute. So throughout the whole time of me messaging people, every time it was somebody that I thought was a potential match for me or like thought was cute, my sister will be like, okay, let me see. So I'm sending her pictures of the person and she's just like, okay, yeah, like he's cute. And then she like, girl, no. So yeah, I'm just like sending her pictures. So when I looked on his profile, I'm not gonna lie, he was chocolate. He was like a little teddy bear, had dimples. Like he was my type for sure. I got a few types and he was one of them. And I was like, oh, I like him. He was so cute, y'all. Just scrumptious, just so cute. So I'm telling my sister like, yeah, I like this one, I like this one. We're in the DM, we're still just talking and stuff, and I don't know how we just started. He had said something and I'm like, oh, like what you doing, or where you going or something. I'm like, I'm nosy. I always tell people that. I'd be like, oh, like I'm nosy, like where you going or something like that. And so he was just like, oh, he told me what he was doing and he was just like, you hella funny. Like he just kept telling me I was funny because like everything I was saying, but really I ain't even gonna lie to you, at nighttime when I'm sleepy, everything's funny because I just be tired and I be delirious just saying anything. So yeah, around this time I want to say it was probably like 9 p.m. So he ended up just telling me like, okay, here's my number, you know, hit me up. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna text him. I ended up texting him. I might leave some of the receipts on the screen, I don't know, it depends. So I ended up texting him and I'm just like, hey, it's Jay, lock me in. And he was just like, okay. And then he was like, you hella funny, because I had said something, I can't remember what the heck I said. I don't feel like looking at my phone, but I had said something and he was like, you hella funny. And I don't even think I said nothing funny right then. I really don't think I said nothing funny. I think he was referring to the DM. We were texting And then he ended up saying, was I going to sleep or could we get on the call? And it was probably like 10 p.m. at this time. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to sleep. We ended up talking to each other. We're on the phone, and at this point we haven't exchanged any pictures of each other. So we're talking on the phone, and he was like, I'm gonna send you some pictures, you send me some too. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm scrolling, going through my best little albums with the cutest little pictures, and I'm like, okay, cool. As I'm getting the pictures to send to him, he ended up sending me pictures first. So when I go and I'm looking at the pictures, I'm looking like, this don't look like the same person. But I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm tweaking just a little bit. But the person on that profile was just chocolate and just looked so, he was just so handsome. And I'm like, this one, he wasn't bad looking, but he wasn't as chocolate. And I'm like, am I tripping? So I ended up texting my sister, and I'm like, do this look like the same person? So I sent her pictures of the profile, and then I also sent her pictures that he sent me. And she was like, yeah, kinda. I don't know. It's kind of hard because I swear every picture that he sent, he looked so different on each one. But then he was also sending ones where it kind of looked like it could be the same person. I don't know, y'all, but he wasn't bad looking. I'm not going to say he was just like, ooh. I really don't think that was the same person. I don't care. I really don't. I really wish I had the picture still from the profile, but I don't. But yeah, I'm like, that don't look like the same person. But hey, it is what it is. He's still cute. We still just gonna talk. He was cool too. Like, as we're talking on the phone, we're just like making conversation. It wasn't getting dry. He was funny too. And then so he randomly asked me a question. He asked me, was I submissive? And I pretty much just told him, it depends on what type of man that I have in my life. Because if my man is leading and he's doing what he needs to do as a man, then yeah, I'm gonna be submissive. Like, yeah. But I'm like, if I'm in a situation where a man is not leading, he's cheating, he's doing this, he's doing that, then no, I'm not gonna be submissive. I'm gonna be combative. I'm gonna be angry, and I'm going to want to fight all the time. So yeah, he was like, oh, okay, cool. We started talking about the app. So he told me how his cousin found love on that app, and I'm just like, for real? That's so cute. Oh my god, like, I like that. So he was saying how he was trying to look for something long term and something serious. I'm like, whoa, me too, right? So he ended up telling me about a situation where he matched with this woman, and they were talking, and he was just telling me how this woman was just so crazy. He just kept saying she was crazy. So I'm nosy. You gotta give me an example on why this woman was crazy. So I asked him, well, why is she crazy? So he gonna tell me, he was like, what did he say? So he gonna tell me, oh, I asked her, she said she was cooking something, so I asked her could she cook for me, and she was telling me, oh, I don't cook for nobody but my son. It's just the way he was saying it was so funny. And she was just like, yeah, I don't cook for no man. I was married for this long, and I never cooked for a man, only for my son. And I was just like, damn, like, whoa, she was real strict. Like, dang, I ain't even gonna hold you. Me talking to a man before we even get in a relationship, you eligible for a plate. I'm not even gonna, I'll give you some food. That's nothing. I'll feed you. So yeah, I was just like, dang, that's crazy. Right? So we're just cracking up, we're laughing and stuff. And he was telling me other situations with the lady, and I'm just like, oh yeah, sir, you dodged the bullet. And yeah, so we're just the chemistry was there. I swear, like, I'm on the phone being goofy as hell, saying anything. Like, I was saying anything. I'm not gonna lie. I was getting sleepy too, but I was just saying anything. So as we're talking on the phone, we're basically getting to know each other. He told me how he works for, he's a father of 2. He pretty much just told me about him, a little bit about his background. So yeah, as we're talking, I can't lie, I'm like, this was amazing. That was easy. I should have been made a dating profile on a dating site. Like, I would have been found me a man. So we're hitting it off. We talked on that phone. I want to say if we got on that phone at 10, we legit got off that phone at 1 a.m. and he had to get up at, like, I want to say 4 or 5 because he worked at a school and he had to go super early to get to the school and stuff. So, and it wasn't in his city. So I'm just like, oh my god, I get off the phone with him and I'm like, I like him. Y'all, it don't take me long. It does not take me long to, not to necessarily say that like I'm in love and I just like this person so much, but it doesn't take me long to figure out if I want to move forward with talking to a person or even just having that, I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, so yeah, I liked him. I did. He was cool. I'm like, okay, yeah, I could talk to him. I don't have to block him by the end of the night. So the very next morning, he texts me like, good morning, sexy, and we're just having our little conversation back and forth, just like talking. That morning was the morning that we had to go vote. So yeah, we had to go vote that morning. I'm getting myself together. I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup, and I had got up pretty early. I want to say I got up around like 6, and yeah, I'm just kind of just getting myself together. I had to go to the poll, like, I want to say it's 30 minutes away, but with traffic it was almost an hour. So I'm like, oh, once I drop off Kamaya, I'm gonna go back home, do my last little finishing touches, and I was gonna vlog. That's why I was getting myself together too. So I do just that. I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup. I go drop Kamaya off at school. Y'all, I even ran into my ex. Oh my God, that day was like a long freaking day. So yeah, I get back to the crib, and what happened? I'm finishing getting myself together. Me and Jay, we're just texting back and forth. It was cute too, because when he told me like, oh, my name is Jay, I'm like, oh, my name is Jay too, but I spell it J-A-I, even though I know that it does not, the correct pronunciation isn't J, but I think it's still cute. So yeah, and I'm like, but you know, I spell it J-A-I, and you can call me JJ. And he was like, oh, I'm Jay too. Like, it was cute, it was cute. So yeah, we're texting back and forth, and I'm pretty much just telling him, oh, I'm getting ready to go vote. And he was just like, oh, okay, I'm at work. Hopefully by the time I get off work, I can go vote too. So I'm just like, yeah, you should. You're not gonna get off too late. So yeah, you should still have time. So I'm getting ready, and something told me to call Melinda. So I called Melinda, and I'm just like, oh girl, because the poll place was right around the corner from their house, literally right around the corner. So I'm just like, yeah girl, I'm finna be on my way out there. Like, what y'all doing? I want to come over. At this time, Melinda was pregnant. So I'm like, yeah, I want to come over and rub your belly. She was telling me how my nephew had a award assembly that morning. So I'm like, oh, I never get to make it to none of my nephew's award ceremony. So I'm like, oh, I have to make it to his award ceremony. So I'm rushing at this point. Like, I'm trying to hurry up. I get myself together. I'm flying on that freeway because I'm like, I got to see my baby get his award. But once I got to the destination, once I got there, I was texting, and I ended up jumping in the car with Melinda, and then we go up to my nephew's school, and then I'm just sitting there waiting for the assembly to start. I'm texting Jay, and I'm telling him like, yeah, I ended up going to my nephew's award ceremony, so I'm here waiting for it to start and stuff. And he was just like, oh, okay, cool, I'm at work, I'm just working. Y'all, one thing I did like about him is the communication was there. Like, he would randomly call me, he would text me throughout the day, and I like that. Like, I love that when I initially am talking to somebody, because it shows me that you are interested. So then now I can show you that I am interested. So yeah, I was feeling the communication that we were keeping with each other. So my nephew ended up getting his award, and he comes, and I did put a vlog. So yeah, but I mean, that part don't matter, but yeah. So y'all, my nephew had me messed up, okay? He had me so messed up. I just gotta mention this part because it's just funny as hell. So my nephew comes, and I had on like this little onesie, short little onesie, a jacket, and these white boots. Right, so my nephew come by me, I'm just hugging him, grabbing his little face, kissing him and stuff, and his little friends is asking him like, oh, who is that? And he's telling them like, oh, this my auntie, and they're like, she's pretty. So I'm just like, thank you, little kids. So why my nephew gonna lean in and gonna look at me and gonna say, you just had to wear them boots, huh? I said, are you embarrassed? Like, what? Like, y'all, he just seemed so disappointed when he said that. Like, what you mean? Like, I low-key want to sock him in the back of his head, because like, what do you mean? Like, there was nothing wrong with my boots. My boots were cute as hell. So yeah, I started cracking up, y'all. Like, that shit was funny as hell. So he ended up going back to class. We leave, and then Melinda was just like, oh, you want to go get some pho? I'm like, girl, yes, you know I'm always down for some pho. When Melinda ended up going home, I went around the corner and I went to go vote, because that was the whole point of me going out there, y'all. I went to go vote, and I voted, and I was happy, and I ended up texting him, letting him know like, yeah, I made it to vote. I'm so happy. And then now I'm about to go eat some pho. And I'm texting Jay, and I'm telling him about my nephew. I'm like, I think my nephew was embarrassed by me. So he like, what you mean? I'm like, my nephew really walked up on me and gonna tell me, yeah, you just have to wear them boots. Like, y'all, I swear he looked, y'all should see his face, like, because he just looked so sad, and like, I don't know, his emotions was everywhere. But yeah, so I'm just sitting there telling him about it. So he's cracking up, texting me and stuff. So he ended up calling me because he would just like randomly call me too. So he ended up calling me and he just like, oh yeah, your nephew was embarrassed, huh? I'm like, yes, that's so crazy. So we're just talking on the phone, chit chatting. I'm waiting for Melinda to get ready. We ended up getting ready. So I'm still just like on the phone with him. We get up in the car. I'm still just like cupcaking a little bit. And he was just like, all right, my little break is over. I'm gonna text you. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in the car, I'm telling Melinda, I'm like, girl, I just got me a man. So Melinda like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm talking to this dude. We've been talking since last night. I'm like, but he's cool. I'm like, I think I might actually move forward with this one. Because y'all, when I say it's a strict program around this mother flipper, I be cutting men off. You can't play with me. Just don't play with me. Don't play with me at all. So I'm just like, yeah, girl, he cute and stuff. I'm like, but not gonna lie, I don't know if this is the same person. So Melinda is basically asking me, what do I mean? I'm like, okay, when we stop, I'm gonna show you. Like when we get to the restaurant, I'm gonna show you. You tell me if you think this is the same ninja or not. So she like, all right, cool. So I'm just telling her about him. I'm like, yeah, but he got 2 kids. He works at a school. I'm like, he seems so cool, down to earth. He chill, he funny. We're connected. The chemistry was there. I swear that should be my man right now. That's how much chemistry that we had. We get to the restaurant, so I'm eager to show Melinda because I needed a second opinion. Because my sister, yeah, she did say maybe not, but I'm like, okay, let me show Melinda. So I show Melinda. I'm like, Melinda, is this the same person? She said no. I'm like, but look, the dimple was there. He got the same dimple. So Melinda was like, I don't know, like it kind of does look like it could be him, but then it kind of doesn't. I'm like, right, that's what I'm tripping off. She was like, but he still look cool either way. I'm like, yeah, but this one is fine. I'm not gonna lie, the one on the profile, fine. That was like my type all the way. He wasn't bad looking, let's just say that. He wasn't bad looking. He was still cute, but it's just, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So we eating our food, we're just talking and stuff. It's like an episode of Love and Hip Hop. We're just talking about our drama and life and all type of stuff. So we're just sitting there laughing and I'm vlogging a little bit. And yeah, like me and Melinda just minding our business, just talking and stuff. As we're talking, I'm still just texting Jay. Like I said, he would keep communication all day. Like that man did not play about communication. And I was feeling it. I was feeling it. So that was that. I ended up getting done with my pho. Of course, I never finished my pho, so I put it in a little container and stuff. Me and Melinda ended up leaving. She dropped me off to my car. I leave, I go home, get home, chilling, still just talking to Jay. He ended up calling me. We're talking, and yeah, just, I don't know. I swear, everything. Y'all, the only red flag was them pictures that looked the same. That was the only red flag. Other than that, everything else was chill. Everything else was cool. So we're talking and stuff, and he was saying how he's gonna try to make it to go vote. And then what I liked about him too is that we were voting for the same person. He did. One thing I don't like, don't ask me who I'm voting for. Do not ask me. I just feel like all that political stuff, I don't, we're not about to go back and forth. No. So when he did ask me the night before when we were on the phone, he was like, who you voting for? And then he was like, because I'm voting for such and such. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, me too. So yeah, I like that. I did. So yeah, I'm just like, yeah, you'll have time to go vote, like don't worry. And yeah, that was that, y'all. We ended up getting off the phone. I go get my kid from school. Yeah, that was that. I'm on the phone with my sister. I'm just like talking and I'm telling her about Jay. I'm like, yes, I like Jay. He's chill, he's funny. I'm like, that's crazy. Like everybody else that I was meeting on the little app, like talking, not meeting, but really just like having a conversation with, it was dry conversation. It was nothing to want to continue. It was nothing that I even wanted to move from the DM to my phone. But I'm like, but Jay, the conversation was there. He was funny. He was chill. He knew how to take a joke. He knew when I was being sarcastic. He knew when I was just being me. So she was just like, oh, okay, yes, like I love that for you. I'm like, yeah, he calls me and stuff, so I like that too. Later on that day, he ended up getting off of work, and then he also, I think he was doing something else. So he ended up calling me. He was just like, oh, like, what you doing, babe? And I'm not gonna lie, it was a little early on to be calling me babe, but hey, it is what it is. I'm Delulu, you Delulu, let's be Delulu together. So I'm just like, oh, nothing, just chilling in the house. So he was just like, dang, you think I still got time to go vote? I'm like, yeah, you still got time to go vote. It don't close until whatever time the voting polls close. So he was like, okay, dang, I need to find like something in my area. So he was like, can you find a place for me to go vote? So I get on Google, because baby, don't let a motherfucker need me. I love feeling needed. So I get on there, I find him a little area, and I'm like, oh, you can go here. I screenshot it, I send it to him. I might put the receipts on there. So I sent it to him, and then he was just like, all right, cool. Me and my coworker, we about to head over there and we gonna go vote. So I'm like, all right, cool. Then it's like, it was cute because he was calling me in front of his coworker. But I ain't gonna lie though. His energy, I don't want to say it was different, but it was a little bit more aggressive. Like, he like, yeah, cuz, oh, cuz, da-da-da-da-da-da, cuz. I'm like, oh, okay, you be crippin'? All right. Not a problem. Love a OG crib. Mind you, this man was 40-something years old. 40-something years old. Y'all know I like him a little older. I did not mind his age. But all that cuz, it didn't really bother me, but I was just like, you cripping hard now that you in front of your little coworker. But it didn't bother me. It just was noted. It was just noted. So we hang up. I want to say about like 20-30 minutes later, he ended up texting me. It was like he got a chance to vote, and then he sent me a picture of his receipt. And if you ever voted before, you know that on the receipt it has your full name and your address. So when he sent that to me, I'm just like, is this ninja dumb? Like, is he stupid? Like, I don't know. It low-key was a turnoff, because why would you send me all of this? Like, I get that he was trying to show me the I voted sticker, but underneath the I voted sticker was literally the whole receipt with all his information. And I stared at the phone for a minute. I did. I stared at it, and I was just like, this a dumb ninja. Like, he's stupid. I could be an op. I could be somebody that's trying to take him up out the game, and it was just that easy. Like, this, I would have been like, wow, this was easy. Like, it was, y'all, I was just out. It low-key was a turnoff. I can't lie. It low-key was a turnoff, because say you my man and you trying to go talk to another bitch and you got ops, they would have got us that easy. They would have got us that easy, because you're... Anyways, so I'm like, perfect, easy. Now I can Google him, because I don't care. Every man that I've ever talked to, once I got their full name, I always go Google them, and I always put them in the sex offender list. Like, I always go, I mean, not put them in there, but I always search them in the sex offenders list, because I need to know. I need to know. I'm gonna Google you. I want to know what you went to jail for. I want to know everything. So yes, I always do a Google search on every man, dating back from when me and my child's father got out of a relationship. So any man that I've been with, oh yeah, I gotta get some information on you. So I put his name in there. Instantly something pops up, and it shows that he really does work at us, and all his information showed up. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, he's not lying. I like this. I like this. All right, bet. I'm low-key trying to look for some pictures, because I'm still kind of thinking like, you don't look like that picture on that profile. But I'm like, you know what? It's cool. It's cool. This is a real person. This is really him. This is his receipt. So I know that this is truly him. So I'm digging deeper. Like I said, I go make sure I'm looking everywhere to make sure you ain't on those sex offenders list. So yeah, clean. Nothing was on there bad. Like, it showed me how much he made a year. It showed me what school district he worked for. It showed me his occupation. Like, it showed me everything, like his job title. It showed me everything I needed to know. I said, I like this. I've only been talking to this man for one day, and I know all his information. I know his first, middle, and last name, and I got his address with his apartment number. This was cool. I am a detective. I don't care. I want to know everything. I just want to know. So I was like, this is funny as hell, but I wasn't going to be like, sir, you just sent me your receipt with all your information. I was just like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, great. Like, yeah, you voted. Great. Good for you. I'm so happy. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't say it like that, but I forgot what I said to him, but I was just like, okay, cool. And he was just like, yeah, babe. He kept calling me babe. And I don't want to say that it bothered me, because it didn't. The little pet names, I like little pet names, so it didn't bother me at all. So that was like the first day, y'all. The first day of me and him talking. Yeah, everything was cool. It was chill. He ended up calling me later on that night, and he was saying how he was drinking Hennessy. And that was another thing, y'all. We were talking, and he was like, oh, I'm just like sipping on something. So I'm like, well, what's your favorite drink? Because I just want to know. So he was like, Hennessy. Hen dog? $10? So I was like, you lying, like as if this some exclusive shit. I'm like, you lying for real? I'm like, me too, I love Hennessy. So he was like, oh, okay, bet. Like, he was like, so have you had, I think he said Hennessy privilege or something. And I had it, but y'all, I just like the original Hennessy. I don't like the white, I don't like I don't like none of that. I just like the regular bottle of Hennessy, $34.99, sometimes $40. That's the one that I like, 4/5. That's the one that I like. So he was like, no, you gotta try, you gotta try. I'm like, I tried it. I still don't like it. But he was just like, okay, cool. We gotta sip some Hennessy together. I'm like, yeah, we do. I be just telling people stuff 9 times out of 10. I'm not about to drink with you because once liquor get in the man body and you sitting right there, all of a sudden they horny and they want to touch all on you. So I don't even drink with me and I don't play that. I have before, but I don't play that. As the weeks went on, days went on, we're constantly texting, we're talking on the phone. We ended up starting video chatting. He had an Android, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a turn off too. But I need to stop being picky because at this point, I'm gonna be the lady with 6 cats. So yeah, I was just like, we on Google Duo, FaceTiming and shit. So yeah, I'm looking at him and I'm like, okay, like he look cool. He don't look like that profile, but it is what it is. Like I could tell it's still him, kinda. I don't know, y'all. I still, anyways. So we're just on there, we're talking, and he just like, oh yeah, you sexy as fuck. Oh, like he being thirsty, even though he was thirsty in the text messages. Every time I send pictures, he'd be like, yeah, you thick, you this, you that. I'm just like, okay, like this is normal. But I ain't gonna lie, he was very just, I don't know, he was lusting a lot. But I was trying not to be picky, y'all. Like, I was trying not to be picky because, yeah, I'm looking for something serious and I'm looking for a relationship. But sometimes some people you might meet might just be good friends or might just be somebody you go out to eat with or you just hang out with. So I'm just like, you know what? I immediately kind of took him out of the category of me wanting to be with somebody serious to just like, okay, this is just gonna be like a friend to like hang out with, to do stuff with, because I was feeling like, dang, I am lonely. I'm tired of being lonely. So yeah, as the weeks went on, I kind of just put him in that category. So red flags. The profile picture, that was, I mean, yeah, the profile picture, that was a red flag. And then this was a red flag. Even though the baby, all the lust, and that was a red flag too. But y'all, this was another red flag. He kept asking me, was I submissive? He would not stop asking me that. He would always ask me, am I submissive? And I used to just be like, why does this man keep asking me this? You already asked me this. Why do you keep asking me this? So I'm just like, yeah, for the right person, you know, like I'll be submissive. So then I'm just like, that's so weird. Why the fuck this ninja keeps saying this? But I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say nothing else about it. I'm just going to let that go. So he was just like, yeah, because I want my woman. Damn, I couldn't get that out. He was like, yeah, because I want my woman to cook, clean, you know, do things in the bedroom and all this and all that. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, like that's like normal stuff. But like low-key, you sounded like, it was other stuff that he said. And I was like, low-key, you seem like you want a maid. Right? Because some of the stuff he was saying, it was just like, okay, like I get some of the things that a girlfriend would do, but it's like, sir, you low-key sound like you want a woman to just like be your maid / slave. So he was just like, no, not like that, not like that. He was like, but like, how would you take care of your man? Like, would you cook for your man? Would you take care of your man in the bedroom? So we're talking. I'm not gonna lie, his tone is getting a little aggressive, but I'm used to aggressive, like men talking aggressive. Like I'm not offended by it, as long as you ain't yelling. So yeah, I'm just like, well, yeah, that comes with me in a relationship. Like I'm gonna take care of my man schmexually, and I'm going to feed my man. I'm like, I'll feed anybody. Hell, shit, let me cook too damn much, I'll go pass out place to the homeless. Like, yeah, I'm like, so that's nothing. I'm like, but it takes more than just that to like keep a man and keep a man happy. So we would have conversations like that, like engaging topics to kind of like feed our brains and just like talk and stuff. So that's another thing that I did like about him. But it's just like, why every few days you asking me, am I submissive? Why? Like I really wanted to know, but I didn't really ask. I don't know why I did not ask him, because I don't know, just maybe that was something near and dear to him that he just felt like he needed to ask. Like maybe he never had somebody submissive, he wanted a submissive woman. I don't know, but honestly it sounded like he wanted to control a woman in a sense. Like that's what it gave. And I was like, I don't know about this ninja. I don't know about him. Later that day I was cooking, and around this time, y'all, I don't know what was my obsession with making pasta, because I was making Alfredo sauce from scratch like crazy around this time. So I had made some pasta, and he ended up video chatting me. So I'm in the kitchen cooking. He was just like, what you cooking? And I told him, oh, I'm just making me some Alfredo from scratch with some shrimp and chicken. So he was like, oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I'm like, yeah. He was like, you gotta cook for me. Can I have some? I'm like, yeah, sure, you can. I always just say that, like, Ninja. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta cook for you. He was like, okay, when? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And he was just like, see, like, that's what I'm talking about. Because every time he would ask me something, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. He wanted to hang out too. He was drinking Hennessy. He was just like, oh, like, come drink with me. Sir, our first link is not about to be us drinking together. Like, how old are we? You are in your 40s. 40s. There's no way in hell that I'm about to go pull up to a 40-year-old man and we're about to sit in his apartment and drink Hennessy on the first link. Baby, no, that's out. You better plan something. So I kept saying, yeah, we gotta plan something. Plan something. Cause Ninja, what? Like, that's one thing that I be getting irritated about men, because what makes y'all think that somebody want to pull up with y'all and drink and smoke? I could drink and smoke in my own dwelling. I do not need to pull up to you to do those type of things. So I'm like, he's not getting a hint. So I'm telling my sister, I'm like, okay, this is not the first time that I hinted around that we need to plan something, but like, he just was not getting that hint. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, another X by your name, another X, because yeah, you're already showing that you're not boyfriend material. You just literally probably somebody to hang out with or somebody to cut off. I was like, I swear, it seemed like slowly but surely I was just like this. I just had my scissors in my hand ready to cut his ass off, but I just kept saying, you know what, just chill. Let's just see where this goes. Like, maybe he's a tough little egg to crack. I don't know. Like, let's just see how this goes. One day he had got sick and we were talking on the phone and he was just like, oh, like, I don't feel good, babe. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, did you take anything? Like, what did you take to feel better? He was like, no, I just took like some airborne. I'm like, you need to take some medicine. You need to get you some Theraflu. I'm like, put a little hen dog in it, and if you need to, add a little lemon and some honey. I'm like, but you need to take something else. And he was like, I don't like taking medicine. And he just sounded like a big baby, y'all. It was so cute though. He just sounded like a big baby. He was just like, I need you to come take care of me. And I was like, ah. Y'all, I low-key would have drove to his house. I don't know, low-key. I wanted to, but I wasn't. It was just a thought in my head. So I'm like, oh yeah, you gotta take you something so you could feel better. He was like, man, I'm so fucked up. I feel horrible. I might not go to work tomorrow because I just do not feel good. And I'm just like, oh, he was like, I need you to come take care of me. So I hit him over the head with, so you want me to come get sick? Ninja, what if you got the vid? Like, you want me to come pull up and get sick with you? He was like, yeah, we could take care of each other. No, I'm good. Because the way you sound, sir, you sound like you're not going to be better until a few days. Like, I'm cool. I'm like, no, I can't afford to get sick. I love telling people that. I can't afford to get sick. Because for real, who going to take care of me? So, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I ain't going to be able to do that, sir. He was just like, I'm going to leave the door open for you. He kept saying that. I'm going to leave the door open for you. I'm going to unlock the door and leave the door open for you. I wanted to say, sir, I don't have your address. Like, but I just didn't say anything. Like, because I wasn't finna pull up no way. So, yeah, I just didn't say nothing. Y'all, I have a thing, I'm telling you. If somebody says something and I don't want to answer it, or I don't have an answer for them, I'll just not say anything. Like, it'll just get quiet. I don't care if it get awkward. I don't care. So, yeah, we talked for a minute, and then we ended up getting off the phone. And then the very next morning, I ended up texting him, and I'm just like, oh, do you feel better? He was like, yeah. And he ended up calling me. He was like, I left the door open for you, and you never came. I said, you never gave me your address. He was like, well, you didn't ask for it. Pointless conversations be pissing me off. So I was just like, oh, change the subject, because what the fuck. So I'm just like, oh, do you feel better? He's like, no, but I called off work, so I'm just gonna stay home, handle a few little errands, and yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. He had a trip coming up, and he was actually going to Houston. So yeah, he was going to go watch a football game or something. He was just saying something about an Airbnb, catching a flight to Houston and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I told him, I'm like, I've never been on a plane before. He was like, what? You ain't never been on a plane before? Hell no. Like, he started turning up, and I'm just like, yeah, no. He was like, why haven't you been on a plane before? I'm like, because I'm scared of heights. I'm terrified. He was just like, it's not that bad. See, yeah, no, we gotta get on a flight because we gotta do stuff. Like, how we gonna go on vacations if you ain't never been on a plane before? He was like, don't trip, like, we're getting on a plane. And he was just like, and he knew my birthday was coming up, so he was just like, oh, what you doing for your birthday? Like, we should catch a flight somewhere. And I'm like, oh, like, I don't know. First of all, sir, nice gesture, I love it, but I'm not catching a flight nowhere with you. I do not know you like that. Not like that, but like that. Even though I did have all this man information, it was just like, still, heck no, I'm not going nowhere with you. So his flight ended up getting canceled because I think it was like a couple days after that. So a couple days after that, his flight ended up getting canceled, and then he had to book another flight. So he did ended up leaving. My sister's birthday was coming up, so he went, came back, all that. He only went for like 2 days and came back. My sister's birthday was coming up, and around this time, this was when she did, what did she do? She did the party bus, the hotel, we went to the club. So y'all, that night, oh my God, me and my sister's putting up decorations. He ended up FaceTiming me, well, Google Duo, same thing, video chatting me, and we're talking, and I'm helping my sister decorate the room. And he's just like, oh, like, what you doing? I'm telling him, like, oh, it's my sister's birthday, I'm decorating the room with her. And he's just like, oh, okay, like, tell sis I said happy birthday. And so, yeah, like, y'all, it was so cute. So we're just talking, decorating the room. After that, we got off the phone. Me and my sister, we ended up walking. We went to go get a drink from the bar. We went back upstairs. We getting ready. We're just drinking, getting ready, talking and stuff. Y'all, I cannot lie. That night, I got so fucking faded. I got so faded, it didn't make no sense. Throughout that whole night, I'm just drinking. And then one thing about me is I don't be paying attention to what I'm drinking. Well, I am paying attention to what I'm drinking, but I don't care what I'm drinking. Like, you give me a drink, I'm gonna drink it. If one bottle run out, we got another bottle or something else, I'm gonna mix. Like, I need to stop. I really do. I need to stop drinking like that, because it was one time I drank like 6 different alcohols, like for real, for real. So yeah, I'm getting faded. I'm calling his phone in the club, calling him. I'm texting him. I'm like, where's your FaceTime? Where's your FaceTime? He like, I don't have FaceTime. I'm like, where's your video chat? Like, y'all, I'm saying like stupid stuff, and he just like, babe, you drunk. So and I guess he was trying to call me, but by the time he was trying to call me, I had already put my phone back in my purse and it was on silent. So he had sent me a text and he was like, answer the phone, but I didn't see it. Mind you, every time he texts us in all caps, everything, like he just texts in all caps. So answer the phone kind of, when I did see it, it kind of looked like he was trying to tell me what to do, and I don't like when people try to tell me what to do. So yeah, that was that, y'all. I was drunk as hell and I just kept texting him. I know he probably was like, this is just crazy. And I kept asking, where's your FaceTime? I don't know why I kept asking that man, where is his FaceTime? Like, sir, ma'am, he does not have FaceTime. So I was so faded. The very next day, y'all, I woke up with the worst hangover in the world. We all did. Me, Simone, and Melinda. We woke up with the worst hangovers ever. Oh my God. It was horrible. It was horrible. I was like, I'm never drinking again. When I finally made it home, I'm just like talking to Jay, and I'm just like, I'm never drinking again. Like, I feel horrible. I'm never drinking hard liquor. Like, I'm gonna just drink Mike's Hard Lemonades. Like, I'm done. So he was just like, dang, so you're not gonna drink with me? And I was like, maybe one day. I said, but for now, I'm done with alcohol. Like, y'all, I love to do that. I can have the worst hangover in the world, and then I could just be like, I'm never drinking again. Alcohol can eat my ass. I'm done with this. And then when I feel better, I'll be like, damn, I look, you want to drink again. It's sick. It's sick. It's very freaking sick. So yeah, I'm just like, this nigga keep talking about drinking. Sir, I do not want to freaking drink with you. Like, what the hell? I'm never gonna drink with you, but whatever. So I'm just like, yeah, like, oh, I don't know, but right now I just feel horrible. And he's just like, oh, like, basically telling me things to do to try to like make myself feel better. I'm like, I need to go to sleep. Oh, I feel sick just thinking about alcohol. So yeah, I'm like, I just need to go to bed. I need to just sleep this off. So I did just that, y'all, and I knocked out, and then I finally wake up and I'm feeling a little better, but still got a bad hangover. That hangover lasted me like legit 2 days. I felt sick for 2 whole days, like off and on, just horrible. So within that time, me and him is talking more. He's constantly asking me, when can we link? Like, when can I see him? But I don't know why, but I have this thing. I have to talk to a man for like a good month. And then maybe after that I would want to link, because I feel like if you sit there and get to know a man, it'll let you know if you want to link with it. It'll let you know. You will know if you want to link with this person or not, because men are weird, bro. Like, oh, they're so weird, and you really need to get to know somebody, whether you meet them in person or you meet them online. It doesn't matter. I feel like you need to talk to them constantly for a couple weeks before you link with them, because then you'll know, okay, yeah, I can't go nowhere with you ever. Like, I cannot go anywhere with you. So one day we're sitting on the phone, we're chopping it up, we're talking, and he was like, man, I'm about to go to Applebee's. And I'm like, oh, I just went to Applebee's not too long ago. And I was telling him about what I got and the drink that I got. He was like, yeah, I'm about to go there. I love me some Applebee's. It's happy hour. Woo. So I'm like, okay, cool. We stayed on the phone talking. He gets to the restaurant. He sits down. And when he sits down, he waits for somebody to come say something to him. So the waiter comes, and the waiter is just like, hi, my name is Brandon. I'm going to be your server today. So he like, yeah, Brandon, cuz. Immediately I was like, oh, here he go again with this cuz shit. Like, he would randomly do it, but it just seemed like it was just too aggressive. Like, it's a time and a place. Like, why are you calling the waiter? Like, what? Why are you doing that to the waiter? So he like, yeah, I ain't been to Applebee's in a minute. He was like, but, and then he's talking like extra aggressive, extra just banged out, just doing too much. He like, yeah, I'm trying to get me something to eat, trying to get me something to drink. I'm trying to watch the game. So the guy was just like, oh, it's gonna be, he said something to him, and then he was just like, oh, like, can I sit at the bar? And he was like, yeah, you can sit at the bar. Mind you, he's talking so aggressive to this man, and you can hear the man. He's just like proper as hell. He's just like, yeah, sure, yeah, you can go sit at the bar. That's fine. And he's just like, all right. So he go. Mind you, we're on the phone. I'm listening to everything. So he get by the bar, right? And he like, excuse me, ladies, I'm gonna sit right here. Why are you talking to hoes? Why are you talking to hoes? So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna sit right here. And then he's like, oh, I got that same shirt. So now it's kind of giving flirty. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's giving flirty. Like, he's constantly saying something to these ladies, and he's just like, yeah, I got that same shirt. Yeah, I like that team. And blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, that's so weird. Like, I'm still just listening, because I told y'all, I'm nosy. I'm going to listen. But it's just like, sir, you're on the phone. Why are you sitting here flirting with these women? Because I'm telling y'all, it was giving flirty pants. So he's talking to them for a minute, then he just like, hello? And I'm like, hello? Like, what the fuck? And he just like, yeah, my bad. He's like, but I'm about to order my food and my drink. And he was like, I'm gonna call you back. Immediately I was like, oh no, sir, you're never seeing me. You one of those people? You're one of those people, you get to the bar and start flirting with everybody and start talking? No, we can't go on no date, because baby, as soon as you start doing that, I'm leaving. Because that was just so weird, y'all. Like, I don't know, that was just, I wasn't feeling that at all. So I'm just like, ooh, red flag number, who knows, but this is another red flag. So I was just like, I get on the phone with my sister, and I tell her basically what happened, and she was just like, oh, he probably just talkative or something. But she was just like, but that is weird as fuck, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yes, it was. Like, it wasn't like he just was having a little simple conversation. It's just like, you're flirting. Like, it gave flirty as hell. So I'm like, low-key, I'm oppressed. But then I'm like, how am I press a ninja that I've only been talking to for a few weeks about him talking to anybody? I'm like, you know what? Let me stop. That's my problem. I be trying to put all my eggs in one basket and be trying to press. I'm like, I'm not about to press this man. I'm like, I'm probably gonna stop talking to him, y'all. I told you, the scissors. I got the scissors. I'm ready to cut him off. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna just stop talking to him. But I'm like, okay. Maybe I'm doing too much. I want to say like an hour or so later, he ended up calling me, and he was just like, oh, I'm on my way home. And I'm talking to him, but like, I'm trying not to have an attitude, because y'all, that's my thing. I have a full-blown attitude. I do not care. You would know I'm mad. So I'm just trying to like play it off and stuff. And I was like, so you was flirting with them girls at the bar? And he was like, what? I'm like, yeah, them ladies that you sitting there talking about, y'all got the same shirt and the same socks. I said, you was flirting with them. He was like, what? Somebody sound jealous. You think I was flirting? He was like, no, I wasn't flirting with them. Just, but the way he said it was hella aggressive. And I was like, I can't tell. I was like, you sure was just talkative to them? And I said, then you got off the phone with me? I said, oh yeah, you probably got their number or something. He was like, nah, it wasn't even like that at all. Like, there was some older ladies. I was just sitting next to them at the bar. That was the only open seat. He was like, I didn't want to be rude. He was like, so I just sparked up a little conversation. He was like, but after I got off the phone with you, that was it. Like, they didn't say nothing to me. I didn't say nothing to them. So I was just like, okay. He was like, that's cute though. You jealous? I'm like, I am not jealous, but I just thought that was a little weird. He was like, nah. Like, a nigga really want to fuck with you. Like, you cool. So I'm like, oh, okay. Better be ninja. So, yeah. Get back to the crib. We're just, like, talking and stuff. He asked me, when am I gonna see you? Y'all, I'm playing it off. I'm like, I'm making up stuff. Because, y'all, that's what I would do. I would make up stuff every time. I would say anything. So I'm just like, oh yeah, we could plan for that weekend, because he was just like, yeah, like, what you doing this weekend? And then another thing that did help too is he would get his daughters every other weekend. So when he had his kids, he didn't play. It was just his kids time, and I like that. That's one thing I did like about him. He didn't play when it came down to being a daddy. So that's what was saving me. So when he was basically asking me what I was doing that weekend, I'm like, oh, I'm busy this weekend. I'm like, but next weekend I won't. He was like, oh, next weekend I got my daughter. So I'm like, dang, okay, well, we could plan something after that. Y'all knew exactly what I was doing. I didn't care. I don't know. It's not that I didn't want to see him. It's just sometimes he just will rub me the wrong way. And then sometimes I'll be like, I don't know, he'll kind of make up for it a little bit. Or he'll just be cool again. I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. I played a lot of mind games with my motherfucking self, because y'all, I should have cut his ass off. I should have cut him off in the beginning, not gonna lie. When he didn't look like them pictures, I should have cut his ass off. So yeah, that was that. So his friend ended up passing away, and I felt so bad, y'all. Like, I felt extremely bad, because he was taking it hard. He really was. So he hit me up and he let me know that his friend passed away. And yeah, I was trying to be there for him. I really was. Like, I would check on him. I would call him. I would send him heartfelt text messages to just tell him to keep his head up, because this was like a close friend of his, and he was just like, I'm so fucked up. Like, I just keep drinking. And I'm just like, well, you know, you can't drink your problems away. I'm like, but do what you feel is best. And I really, y'all, I felt so bad for him. Like, when he would send me pictures of them when they were younger and stuff, I'm just like, dang, like, oh, this is so sad. So the funeral ended up coming up. He went to the funeral. He's sending me pictures of the family, of him with the family. He's sending me like videos. Mind you, he had an Android. So when he sent me the video, y'all, it legit looked like a video from like a different country, like a foreign country. And I was just like, your phone is getting on my nerves. I can't even make out what you sent me. I just hear it. Like, it's just a lot going on. It looked megapixel. Like, it looked like some damn Roblox or some damn Legoland shit. So I was just like, damn, I don't even know what the hell this man sent me, but hey. So yeah, we're talking and stuff, and he was kind of getting a little bit better. I feel like as it got closer to the funeral, he was kind of getting a little bit better. He wasn't as he was a little bit better. So like I said, his friend passed away. So one day we're talking after the funeral, and he asked me if I wanted to go out to eat with him. Finally, sir, finally you got it. Because before then, y'all, he would say stuff like, oh yeah, you should pull up. I'm not pulling up. You should come drink with me. I'm not coming to drink with you. You should come cook for me. Sir, I'm not coming to cook for you. Like, he was not getting it right. Mind you, he was in his 40s. So I was like, finally, this ninja got it right, finally. But I was just like, I don't feel like going. Like, no, I don't feel like going. So I just told him, I'm like, oh, like, not tonight, because I'm doing such. I'm like, so yeah, I'm like, maybe another night. Immediately, this man got mad. Like, he got so mad. He was like, man, what? Like, I'm inviting you out and you don't want to come out to eat with me? I'm like, no, not tonight. Like, what? So he's just like, no, I'm just kidding. He's like, okay, cool. Like, maybe we could plan for like another time. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, because it's like such short notice. Like, the fuck? So I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I did feel bad, because I'm like, dang, his friend passed away, and maybe he just wanted to hang out with me. So I'm like, okay, the next time he asks, I'm going to go. So I'm gonna stop the story right here, so that way I can do a part 2. But I'm just gonna charge my camera, and I'm gonna record the part 2. So the part 2 gonna be, y'all gonna get the part 2 real soon. So yeah, y'all, that is the ending of this story time for now. Don't forget to hype my video up. I know I forgot to say that in the beginning. Damn, now I gotta tell you how to hype the video up. So yeah, y'all, don't forget to hype my video up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And it was something else I was finna say. I quit Vlogtober. It was something else I was finna say. What's I finna say? That's pretty much it, y'all. All right, y'all, let me charge my camera and record part 2. I love y'all so much. All right, bye.